Elite Facts presents
10 strange times Donald Trump appeared on films and television.
10.
Fresh Prince of BelAir. In an episode titled For Sale by Owner, Trump appearing as himself, and trust us, that's pretty much the only role he plays. It's rare he plays a different character. He visited the Banks family and was mistaken as a potential buyer of their BelAir mansion. Once he's spotted by Carlton Banks, played by Alfonso Ribeiro, he does pretty much what he does best. Besides dancing to Tom Jones's It's Not Unusual. He screams in excitement, "It's the Donald! Oh my God!" While Hillary, played by Karen Parsons, tells him, "You look much richer in person." We bet after hearing that quote, he probably couldn't stop smiling for the rest of the day.
9.
Home Alone 2. Now, we think everyone can agree that even though Home Alone 2 isn't the best out of the first two films in the series, although that's just our opinion, as we do know a few people who actually like the second film better. Well, regardless of opinions, though, you have to admit that this is still an incredibly fun film to watch around the holiday season. Whether it's Macaulay Culkin taking his pranks to the next level or Joe Pesci being as creepy as ever, seriously, we were always worried that he'd go full Goodfellas in both films. It was a pretty fun little sequel. But in recent years, Home Alone 2 has sort of gained some notoriety for another more orange reason. In the sequel to the original 1990 film, the current president of the United States appeared as himself in a short scene in which he tells Macaulay Culkin's character, who's lost in New York City's Plaza Hotel, then owned by Trump, how to get to the lobby.
8.
WWE Wrestlemania 23. Now, we don't know if this technically counts as television since it was actually a pay-per-view event, but it is a form of fictional media, so we're going to allow it. A lot of wrestling fans will remember this one for sure. Back in 2007, the owner of the World Wrestling Entertainment, or WWE for short, Vince McMahon, challenged Donald Trump to what he called the Battle of the Billionaires. This would involve both Trump and McMahon choosing a WWE performer to wrestle against each other. McMahon chose Umaga, while Trump chose Bobby Lashley. The stipulation of the match stated that the loser would have to have their head shaved. While the match was happening inside the ring, Donald Trump got involved outside the ring by tackling Vince McMahon to the ground and throwing some of the most feeble punches anyone has ever seen. As expected, Trump won the match and Vince McMahon was shaved bald. After the match, Donald Trump was given a Stone Cold Stunner by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Needless to say, this was one weird idea for a wrestling match. Trump would later appear on WWE Raw again in 2009.
7.
The Little Rascals. Here we have yet another cameo made by Trump, but unlike his appearance in Home Alone 2, this one was a much more substantial role rather than just a throwaway cameo. Trump made a special appearance as Waldo's dad in the family comedy. In his cameo, he tells Waldo over the phone, quote, "You're the best son money can buy." We're pretty sure that no matter what appearance he makes, movies or television, he always requests that the mention of money be somewhere in his lines.
6.
Zoolander. So here's yet another really weird cameo made by Trump. In the film Zoolander, released in 2001, he yet again plays himself, joining a long list of other celebrities who made cameos in this Ben Stiller film. In the film, while on the red carpet, Trump praises Stiller's fictional character, telling reporters, quote, "Without Derek Zoolander, male modeling wouldn't be what it is today." Our question here is this: do you think Donald Trump had any idea what this film was about when he signed on for this cameo?
5.
Ghosts Can't Do It. In this Trump cameo, he and Katie Scott, played by Bo Derek, are in a business meeting where Katie is receiving help from her husband Scott, who is a ghost only she can see. Apparently, Trump was so bad in this film that he actually won a Razzie Award for Worst Supporting Actor for playing himself in the fantasy film. That is kind of hilarious considering all he needed to do was be himself.
4.
Spin City. So who remembers Spin City? This show, if you never watched it, was actually pretty entertaining. This sitcom centered around a fictional local government that runs New York City. We know that description doesn't do it much justice, but trust us, it's from the creator of Scrubs, and the first 4 seasons star Michael J. Fox, so it's definitely worth watching. Anyway, before we go any further off track, there was an episode of Spin City that aired in 1998 where Trump appeared opposite star Michael J. Fox, who introduces the businessman businessman by mentioning his two best-selling books, The Art of the Deal and The Art of the Comeback.
3.
The Associate. Here's yet another film appearance where he wasn't really needed. I mean, that's kind of the idea of a cameo in a movie, adding in a nice small appearance by a random actor who isn't tied to the actual film story, but this one felt a little more forced than the usual throwaway cameo. This 1996 comedy about making it on Wall Street was actually Trump's second appearance alongside star Whoopi Goldberg, and once again, the businessman plays his favorite character, himself.
2.
Comedy Central's Celebrity Roast. It's still crazy to think that Trump voluntarily went on a show in which he would get roasted by other celebrities and comedians. Let's be honest here, it's no secret that Donald Trump doesn't exactly have the thickest skin. Whenever someone makes a joke about him on Twitter, 9 times out of 10, he'll block that person from following him and tweeting to his account. Anyway, the Comedy Central roast consisted of jokes being made about Trump's hairstyle, his show The Apprentice, and his family. Jokes were also made about comedian Anthony Jeselnik's fame, or lack thereof, Marlee Matlin's deafness, Larry King's age, and the MTV show Jersey Shore. Several roasters paid their respects to Greg Giraldo, a Comedy Central roast regular who passed away on September 29, 2010. Mike the Situation Sorrentino's performance was widely panned by critics and viewers alike, and as a result, Comedy Central pulled several of his jokes from the television airing of the roast.
1.
The Drew Carey Show. Donald Trump seems to have a thing about doing cameo appearances in sitcoms and sketch comedy shows. In the Season 2 episode of The Drew Carey Show, titled New York and Queens, stars Drew Carey, Ryan Stiles, Krista Miller, and Diedrich Bader's characters run into Trump on the street while stuck in a bad traffic jam in the middle of New York City. In the scene, Trump offers the group of friends free tickets to his box seats at Yankee Stadium. Yeah, because we're sure he would actually do that to a random group of people he runs into in a traffic jam. I mean, let's be real here. We're sure you wouldn't, and you're not even a billionaire. And that's our list. Did we leave any out? Let us know in the comments below. Please remember to subscribe and tap the bell button to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.